1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, back out. Back out. Holy shit. Back. This game does something to my inputs, and it's getting... It took that many tries. Did you hear that? That's how many tries it took for me to back into the game. Or for me to resume... Whatever.
Look out.
What? It skipped the cutscene? Okay. Thanks. By that I mean fuck you.
Which means that any organism with sufficient mass and cognitive capability is a potential vector. On that point, all the tests were conclusive. Is something wrong?
No. Nothing.
Splendid. Shall we?
I do like this room a lot.
Unfortunately, my usefulness to this particular endeavor has come to an end. Protocol does not allow units with my classification to perform a task as important as the reunification of the index with the core. That final step is reserved for you, Reclaimer.
Looks much way too neon bright in the original. This feels more in line with the atmosphere of the original game.
Odd. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, really?
Cortana.
12 hours. 12 hours I've been stuck in here, watching you cozy up to that thing while it sharpens the knife to slit our throats.
Hold on. He's a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize. He's your pal, is he? Your chum? Do you have any idea what that bastard almost made you do?
Yes. Activate Halo's defenses and destroy the Flood, which is why we brought the Index to the control center.
You mean this?
It's amazing how it takes 10 times longer to do literally everything.
That is absolutely unacceptable.
And yet...
What impertinence! I shall purge you at once!
You sure that's a good idea?
How dare you! I'll...
Do what? I have the Index.
I don't
you
mind
can
that,
just float and
'cause that-
sputter.
Enough.
It makes it more explicit
flood is
that
spreading.
it wasn't necessarily super
If we activate
clear in
Hero's
the original
defenses,
game
we
that
can
she was
wipe them
absorbing
out.
the Index into her systems. So I like that
You
change.
have no idea how this ring works, do you? Why the Forerunners built it? Halo doesn't kill Flood, it kills their food. Humans, Covenant, whatever. You're all equally edible.
Can she express a single emotion,
The
please?
only way to stop the Flood
Even just
is
one?
to starve them to death.
Not
that's
Jen Taylor.
exactly
She's
what
doing
Halo is
fine
designed to do.
given the directions she
Wipe
has.
the galaxy clean of
But
all sentient life.
Her face is just what? Why? Where is the
You
emotion?
don't believe me? Ask him.
Is it true?
More or less. Technically, this installation's pulse has a maximum effective radius of 25,000 light years. But once the others follow suit, this galaxy will be quite devoid of life. Or at least any life with sufficient biomass to sustain the flood. But you already knew that. I mean, how couldn't you?
Left out that little detail, did he?
Timing of
We
that
followed
was
outbreak
all
containment
wrong.
procedure to the letter. You were with me each step of the way as we managed this crisis.
Chief, I'm picking up movement.
Why would you hesitate to do what you've already done?
We need to go right now.
Yeah, tell
That's
your
what I
face.
wanted to be. If it were my choice, would I do?
Oh, they didn't fix that?
Having had considerable time to ponder your query,
They didn't
now
correct the
there is no
continuity
choice.
error?
There is no choice. We must activate the ring.
Get us out of here
If you are unwilling to help, I will simply find another. Still, I must have the index. Give your construct to me, or I will be forced to take her from you.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, so be it. Save his head. Dispose of the rest.
It's cool to actually load into the game with the same weapon you were holding in the cutscene, but I will be switching to the plasma
Look out.
pistol because way more effective against
Can't let the
sentinels.
monitor activate the ring. We have to stop him. We have to destroy Halo.
Maybe want to wait until after I kill the sentinels who don't seem to really want to kill me at all. Are they gonna? Are they gonna? Okay, they're finally shooting at me. They're not very good at it though. They're actually rather crap at it. In the original game,
According to my analysis of the available data, I believe the best course of action is somewhat risky. An explosion of sufficient size will help destabilize the ring and will cut through a number of primary systems. We need to trigger a detonation on a large scale, however. A starship's fusion reactors going critical would do the job.
if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm checking to see
I'm
if
going
there's
to
a...
search what's left of the Covenant BattleNet and see if I can locate the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. If the ship's fusion reactors are still relatively intact, we can use them to destroy Halo.
I was wondering if they would keep the... Because this is a pretty good spot to hide a terminal, so I was wondering if they were going to keep this one. Not that it really matters, because I can't even read them in the game itself, or in the missions itself. I don't even know why bother. Why bother making them text-based terminals if you're not going to let me read them? I don't think they really understand. This is like, there's a lot of things where it's like, okay, you change this because you think people want this, but I don't think you understand why people want this. I don't think they understand why people found the text-based terminals so valuable, because it wasn't just the fact that they were text-based. It was more about the way they were implemented into the game, and the way they're implemented here, not so great. Oh, I didn't really think about this when we first came to this area, but this is a good change. Putting this in the middle is a good change, because in the original game, it was kind of just a no man's land out here. But there really was there was nowhere you could run and hide and take cover from the enemies, so I like the decision to add some cover to this hallway. Oh, that's a crispy effect right there. I like that a lot. That's a real nice effect. Anyway, so the Sentinels were disappointing how they were implemented, because in the original game, the Sentinels all attacked you pretty much all at once, and they actually felt like a legitimate threat. But in this game, it seemed like I had to go out of my way for them to shoot me. They didn't seem really all that concerned with killing me at all, which kind of mitigates the degree of their effectiveness. Also, hello! Missed that stick. Missed that stick. Nice, I missed both sticks. Fortunately, oh god, the stuttering is so bad. I actually am somewhat dumbfounded. Like, I knew that I would be or at least I expected to be somewhat disappointed in some aspects of the game's design, because that's inevitably bound to be the case when you remake anything. But I at least expected the game to not have such glaring oversights in technical functionality and optimization. And so with that cutscene, a comment, the reason why it's really hard for me to get a proper grip on what I feel about this whole endeavor is that
if we damage or destroy these the monitor will need to repair them before Halo can be used.
The game oscillates back and forth very frequently.
I'm marking the location of the nearest pulse generator
changes
with a
that
nav point.
enhance the intent of the original game, and changes that are just completely senseless and stupid, or if not that, then just seemingly pointless. And I would cite like the Sentinels all turning on, and the contrasting color between Guilty Spark's blue and Cortana's yellow. The room itself is darker, the Sentinels turning on and really signaling like, yeah, the Sentinels are in danger mode now, you gotta take these guys seriously. That's all pretty good. I like some of Steve Downes' performance better, some of it not so much. But then it's just, it doesn't feel as energetic as the original. You know, it doesn't have the same momentum to the conversation because for some reason I don't know why remakes do this, and I clocked this was going to be the case from the minute I saw that first the cutscene at the end of the Sonic Cartographer demo. I don't understand. Can someone help me understand why it's so prevalent with remakes that cutscenes will just take longer to do things for no reason at all? Like, why is that the case? Why is it that so many remakes? We saw this with the Until Dawn remake. We see it with every one of the Disney remakes. Why does it always take so long to accomplish the same basic task? I don't get it. Do they think it adds dramatic weight to the scene? Because it kind of doesn't. If anything, it takes away dramatic weight by artificially elongating the process. Also, I don't know if I gave the shotgun enough praise, but I really like the way the shotgun's implemented in this game. The animation is whatever. Like, the kickback animation may be a little over the top. But I think it's a good balance between how... Like, it still feels powerful. I was afraid they were going to nerf it to the point of, like, being absurd. But they really didn't. It still feels very much a viable option against everything. It's just slightly... It doesn't feel overpowered. It feels appropriately powerful. I think they made enough decent changes. So I kind of want to just jump down there and go guns blazing. You know what? Let's do it. Fuck it. Why not? I will regret this so much. Yeah, I had a feeling I don't usually do that. I just felt ballsy, and that's what I get for being ballsy, I suppose. All right, let's go again. Oh no, it's before I climb the structure, and it's before all of Cortana's dialogue. So I usually grab a needler from one of these guys and use the needler against those elites down there. Did any of you guys have a needler? I didn't see. I think I only saw plasma weapons. Well, I can still make that work. I probably shouldn't have dropped the Sentinel Beam. I probably should have held on to the Sentinel Beam for this encounter. But I can make the plasma rifle do. Bring it on over here. I wish I could. I wish what I could do is I wish I could super score this experience. I wish, because there's bits and pieces of this game that are clearly better than they were in the original. But I wish I could just take those pieces, leave out all the bad changes, and super score them all together into creating like the ultimate. This could, I see in this game the potential for it to be the ultimate way to experience Combat Evolved's campaign. Like I see that potential here. It's just a shame that it's not being realized because it's being weighed down by some less than favorable changes. But one thing I can praise. I love the way this level looks. I already love the way it looked at daytime, but I think so far I like it even better at night, which is worth pointing out because in Anniversary, I hated this level, and I hated it. Like, it was nighttime, like you could see a moon, but it was really barely any darker than it... Was that a Wraith Mortar? Oh my god, it was! Holy shit. The Wraith usually isn't active already. Usually the Wraith doesn't get activated until you get to the bottom of the Ziggurat, which I mean I guess I should have probably seen that coming because like the music that's playing right now doesn't usually trigger until you get to the bottom. But I suppose that just means we have to be a little more cautious than... Ah, shit. I probably could have stealthed my way to you, but I didn't realize he wasn't looking at me.
Focusing fire on you!
Yeah, I don't want to understand the visual effects, like the crispiness of the Sentinel Beam and the plasma shields, the needles, everything looks phenomenal. Maybe, you know, I'm kind of, maybe modders can help, because I feel like some of the game's issues could be tweaked, or could be fixed with a couple mods. I think modders might be able to go a long way making this a more enjoyable experience overall. Alright, let's see if I can make this work the way I could in the original. Is there still a Gold Elite Commander down here? There should be. There he is. Doesn't seem to care about me, though. I would like to prioritize my sniper shots for that guy. Aha. Shit. I might have ruined it. Nope, nailed it. So usually what I do is I snipe them until they go hide in cover, and then I use the rocket to blast them out of cover. Doesn't seem like I need to do it this time, because they they're not really going to hide behind cover. I really love the sound effect for the sniper, by the way. Love the way the sniper sounds. Also, are there less enemies here than usual? Feels like there's less enemies here than usual. Are they all hiding on the other side? I saw some of them running over to the right. Okay. So... got it. I'm hoping that's the last of the elites. Because usually what I do here is I will use the rocket launcher against the Wraith, because that's really the only option you have in the original game, unless you have a vehicle of your own. But in this game, you can hijack the vehicle, you can hijack the Wraith. So what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to get out of this encounter without having to use any of my rocket ammo, so I can save it all for the upcoming encounters. But so what I'm hoping for is I'm hoping that was the last of the elites, so that no one is left to man the plasma turret. Where the Wraith, I think, is still over. Yo, oh, he's getting close. Hello. Oh shit. Oh wait. Oh, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect the grunt to reman it. Stay back. It would seem we're at something of a stalemate, my friend. He knows I can't hit him from here. And he knows... oh, wait. If he throws a grenade, I'm screwed, actually. I probably shouldn't be in here. Nice. Oh, is there still something alive? I see a red dot. At least I saw a red dot. Maybe it's those guys up there that I briefly saw on my motion tracker a red dot. Oh, I didn't even... oh, did they remove the weapons cache? I think they removed the weapons cache. I didn't check the first time I came through this level because I was just so fucking fed up with how the rest of the souls in the control room had went. But I think, yeah, it looks like they might have removed the... there used to be a little pit down here that you could jump into that had extra weapons, but I think they removed it for the remake, which... I mean, I guess it... the thing is, well, I'll have to see in my Legendary playthrough if how they changed this area, if they changed it at all, because I didn't really get to examine it because I just wanted to get to the end of the level. But the vibe I got from this playthrough was that they kind of don't want you to come down here. They want you to just fly straight to the end, which I don't care much for. Also, I have a feeling. Can I? Oh, I can. Oh. I wonder if they hit anything up here. Because... wait. Oh! Oh, that's... okay. So there used to be a whole other section to the level over there. There used to be a whole other set of rooms to go through in this. It wasn't just a straight elevator up to the top. Which... So I'm of two minds about that, right? Because one part of my brain is telling me that it sucks that they cut that part of the level, but the other part of my brain is telling me, well, the Soul of the Control Room was a really long level anyway, arguably a little too long, so it's not totally the end of the world. But it also kind of, I guess, it reinforces why they were encouraging you to just take the Banshee and fly to the end, because they knew that there really wasn't much of a level to play down here. Yeah, I don't know for sure how I feel about that. I'm of mixed minds about that decision right now. But at least it means that at least it does allow for a more consistent design directive. And it's not like they made an entire other part of the level and actively encourage you to skip it. It was more like there really isn't a level anymore. So you may as well just go. I knew there was something down here. I knew I knew I saw a red dot down there. You can't hide from me. I mean, I guess you can because he did, but I don't know where that guy was hiding because I did not see him anywhere. Oh god, they got fuel rods. Which, I mean, yeah, this is the part of the game where fuel rods start coming in, so I shouldn't be surprised by that. Oh, hey, buddy. You want to come face me? You're gonna have to do it over here. Never stood a chance. Alright, so I don't know that I fully trust this game to not despawn my weapons. but I guess nothing venture, nothing gain, right? We're gonna try. I'm gonna leave my rocket launcher right here. Maybe like more like. Well, I guess I can just weapon walk it with. You know, actually no. For science, we will test. We will test if it despawns my weapons because I want a plasma rifle here.
That's the pulse generator. The center core is the signal amplifier. That's what we need to shut down. There should be 3 power conduits nearby. Focus your attention there.
Oh. Like this. Okay. I mean that's better. You know, that makes a lot more sense than than the original game where you literally just walk into. Oh, that's cool. You can see it getting more unstable the more of these things you hit. And I'm guessing this is. Are they gonna throw sentinels at me in this one? I wouldn't.
Objective accomplished.
Okay,
the
they are.
Generator
Hold
has
on.
overloaded. The generator's central core is offline. Well done.
Did my rocket launcher survive? It sure did. Awesome.
The second pulse generator is located in the adjacent canyon. Move out, and I'll mark the target with a nav point when we get closer.
Okay, I like that a lot. I like that change a whole bunch. It makes more sense than literally having Chief walk into the pulse generator and just like his shield just miraculously, because that was some pretty weak narrative justification. The original was your shield EMP. Just like this is the part of the game where it's clear that they're cobbling together the story out of the environments they have to work with because they had to cut a lot of stuff to get this game ready to ship in time for the launch of the Xbox. So that makes a bit more sense, and also it's more mechanically involved. There is something to be said for the challenge of the original, in that by oh, that was not good. That was some really bad popping. There is something to be said for the challenge of the original, in that by forcing the player, by God, these vehicles turn so slowly, and that by forcing the player to overload their shields, it means that they don't have shields for when the sentinels come at them. But I think it's a it's a good trade-off in the grand scheme of things to have it be a more mechanically involved thing where you have to engage. I mean, not that it's anything groundbreaking, right? It's literally just the standard rule of 3 arena of hit these 3 things to deactivate the power thing. So in that sense, you could argue it's less original, that you just have to flip 3 switches or destroy 3 things instead of using your shields to instead of using your shields to deactivate the pulse generator. Excuse me. Oh no, you did not. No, the fuck you did not. You did not just despawn my rocket launcher and then give me a checkpoint. I know that's not what you did. I know that's not what you did. I know you didn't do that. I know this game would not be that incompetent. I know you didn't just pull that shit. No fucking way. Absolutely no fucking way you would do that. Alright, well now we get to see... Now we get to see if the game allows you to revert back 2 checkpoints, because no shot am I doing this without my rocket launcher. You saw that, right? It literally despawned. That's the whole thing I was trying to test in the last area, was if they would despawn your weapons. Oh. Does it... Hold on. Does it maintain the plasma scoring when you respawn back in? I feel like when I loaded in there, I still saw traces of the plasma on the floor. My mind might be playing tricks on me, but I feel like I saw some of that. Was that 5 times? I stopped counting when I saw the plasma scoring. Oh yes, it worked. Okay, it worked. Okay, it didn't happen this time. Okay, I guess it was just a glitch. I was thinking maybe it was a consistent thing, where when you cross an invisible line in the room, it automatically despawns any stray weapons on the floor. But it appears, thankfully, that's not the case. It was just a glitch, which I shouldn't really be surprised by. Oh no! But this all is cool. This is the same principle that we saw in the library where it becomes perfect. This is something that, like, I like Betrayals a lot. It's kind of You know how they say the first, like, most of Portal is just a giant tutorial for the final section where you eventually break free of the standard aperture testing tracks? I wouldn't say the same sentiment applies to this game, but there is a similar principle in where Two Betrayals is the first mission where the entire Halo sandbox has been unleashed on you. All the vehicles, all the weapons, all the enemies. There's no surprises anymore. The game has shown its entire hand. So now, you get to really play around with everything the game has to offer. And I like Two Betrayals a lot for that. So all the three-way fights you can encounter, as we're seeing unfold right here with the Covenant and the Flood fighting each other. Oh, that's neat. That's cool. The way the previous way through this area is being blocked off by the Flood, so you have to find another way around. This is awesome. So where I was going with all that is, even though I like Two Betrayals a lot, it's undeniably the least varied of all the backtracking or reused missions. It is by far the least amount of changes are made to this mission compared to the other ones. Because at least with Keys and the Maw, you can see little bits and pieces of how environments you previously explored are being corrupted by the Flood. The Maw especially, because it kind of brings the game full circle to where it began. That was the wrong kind of grenade. Oh god. You know what? Let's use a rocket. I gotta remember that I'm not playing the original Common Evolved, because I usually hold on to the rocket launcher for very specific reasons, but those reasons may no longer apply in this game. So I need to reevaluate my strategy and what weapons I use. Oh, hey, Flood, you're definitely using a rocket for you, since those guys absorb a preposterous amount of damage. Also, where'd my pistol go? I mean, knowing this game, it might have just despawned it. But if it did, I guess it's not the worst thing. So I can always just rely on I'll probably be able to find another one from one of the Flood forms. Oh god. Oh no. That's what you get. That is what you get. This is all really cool. Again, it's really simple. It's literally just floodifying the level. But that goes a long way into making it feel like a different experience instead of literally just rerunning through. Because I think in an ideal world, they wouldn't have had Two Betrayals exist the way that it is at all. I think they probably would have just created an entirely new level, or at least added more new stuff to the level. But when remaking the game, you obviously don't want to, you want to remain true to the original because you don't want to try to craft a completely different experience. So I think this is a good middle ground in that they maintained the original mission layouts and the original mission structure, but changed them up enough to feel fresh without feeling completely different. And I think this is a good way to do that, because this is the main thing that was missing from Two Betrayals, that the other Flood missions had going for them, was just a little bit of visual variety. And now I'm really excited to see what the other ones look like, because this was the one that needed the most amount of changes. And the other ones were already good, but now I'm like, well, I wonder how much better they may have made them. And is this the whole? Yeah, I do think I'm appreciating more and more how. Oh God, hi. The decision to shorten and truncate those interior sections. Because all the exterior stuff is great. And I do still appreciate the interior fights, but I don't think anyone would complain if they removed some of them the way they did here. Oh no! I did not know you were there. All right, let's try again. I'm really wishing that pistol didn't despawn. Like, I'm really wishing that pistol didn't despawn. Let me just stay back and let these guys kill each other for a bit. And he just. Nice. Just ran himself straight off the edge. Always, you love to see it. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Because I don't have a pistol that I can use to quickly take him out after I get his shield down. I did have a pistol, but then the game despawned it, just like it did the rocket launcher. Which is really annoying. I don't have any grenades either, which isn't great. I gotta keep a really keen eye out in front of me for whenever he decides to rush. There he is. There he is. I see you. Where are you coming? Hey, there you are. Please tell me his sword didn't get launched up. Oh, thank goodness. This sword is mine now. Bye. Goodbye, friend. I really love the way the sword behaves in this game. Hold still. I mean, like, objectively speaking, it does kind of break some of these encounters. You obviously weren't just meant to have a sword in the original game. But it's fun.
Warning, incoming flood.
Hey. Uh-oh, I'm out of ammo. Plasma rifle will do. Plasma rifle will have to do. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I usually ditch my shotgun when I come back to this mission and I go pitch for a rocket launcher. I don't care at all for those glass shattering effects. But this is now the way these levels were rearranged makes a lot more sense to me. Not that I didn't already like them in a social control room, but because there were so many differing layouts and rooms and paths you can take, it allows them to create even more variety into Betrayals because they can block off certain entrance points with the floodification and force you to take altering routes. This is really, really good. I'm liking this a lot more in the back half than I was. Well, I don't want to say that because I was still like Pillar of Autumn was really impressed me out of the gate. I think it's just like Good Reconciliation, bit of Sonic Cartographer, and the Social Control Room. There were enough bits and pieces of those levels that really, really disappointed me. But there are basically no disappointment. I mean, there's still some disappointments to be found, but they're few and far between compared to the first half. All right, now let's not die here, yeah? Uh-oh. 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 Ah, da da da. Okay, so another assault rifle. Because the other thing that blocking off certain access points with the flood does is it makes you feel like it more like it's not just a matter of hey this feels different. It's more a matter of this feels unfamiliar, which sounds like a distinction without a difference. But what I mean by that is you at least in the original game had a sense of hey I've been here before, I know this place, but you don't feel that anymore because even though it is the same room, it's changed up enough to where you don't feel like you know the room's layout the back of your hand. You don't feel like you have all the best routes memorized, and you don't feel like you don't feel safe, I guess. And even just in terms of the lighting goes a long way as far. Like I could take if I wanted to be a dick and manipulative, I could take screenshots of Assault the Control Room and like I know what parts of each room to take a screenshot of and then go like, huh? See? These are the same level. You can't even tell which one is which. I don't know that you could do that for this because like the lighting and the mood is totally different. Now then. Got any more infection forms, friends? I hear Banshee. Alright, this is what I was saving the rocket launcher for, and, well, I only have one shot left, so I better not miss. Okay, I got it, but there's still a second Banshee. Ah! Hello, old friend. Been waiting a while to get you again. Oh. Okay, never mind. Maybe I was mistaken. I thought that sticking the plasma grenades onto them would prevent them from unleashing infection wounds. I think it just doesn't kill them. I think it just launches them back. So it appears I might have been mistaken in that regard, which is a little disappointing. Okay, what are we up against here? I think we deal with the flood first, and then we deal with the remaining Banshee. Unless it gets close enough for me to get some really good shots in. Like that, for instance. Well, unless I whiff all of them. Like a jackass. Come on, pal. Yes, that's it. Charge me down. Come straight at me. Straight at me. Oh, the flood has rocket launchers, which, yeah, they had those in this part of the original game. That surprised me. It'd be really cool if the flood hit the Banshee for me. That'd be really funny. It's gotta be low by now. Oh, well. We'll have to figure that out later. Oh, no. At least we don't have weapons. Oh, shit. Holy shit. Rocket Boy came all the way here? Did you come all the way here to deliver me a rocket launcher? That's so kind of you. That's so incredibly considerate of you. Allow me to immediately repay that kindness with a good old-fashioned Banshee takedown. The rockets track the Banshees really well. Like, even after they do all their crazy dives and rolls, they still track them exceedingly well. I think it's actually, you know what? I think I'm actually going to go assault rifle instead of pistol. In the original game, it's always more beneficial to have the pistol instead. But in this game, the assault rifle is so good, you kind of don't necessarily even need the pistol. I really like the idea that that guy, that Flood dude, was just so annoyed he couldn't hit the Banshee, but he saw me nail the first Banshee on the first try. And he just said, "All right, fuck this. I'll go give that guy the rockets instead." Literally, just the enemy of my enemy is my friend. He was so pissed off by that one Banshee, he temporarily ignored his base survival instincts and didn't kill me just so he could hand deliver a rocket launcher. That's really funny to think about. All right, what else you got? Oh, hey. Glad they kept that intact. The Flood Worship Circle. Oh, can't go that way. That's a shotgun. Well, it was fun while it lasted, assault rifle. Oh, God. I don't see any tank forms, which is good. Few of you, though. Anything else? Some of you. Any more combat forms, or are we just down to the little guys and the big puffy carriers? I think that might be all the combat forms. Whoop! It would appear I spoke a bit too soon. Uh-oh, this is not good. This is astoundingly not good, actually. Got myself pretty nicely trapped between a rock and a hard place there. That could have gone real bad real quick. Oh, you know what I just realized? They took out the sub-corridors, the little subterranean tunnels of the library. They took those out. I wouldn't say it's a huge loss. I think I made it clear that there was enough good that the new library did to where I'm not really... to where I didn't even notice that was something that was removed. But it is something I just... being in that little claustrophobic area right there reminded me of something that they lost in translation. Also, that's Fireteam Zulu. These are human covenant or human combat forms that we're fighting. Anyone else want to play? Uh-oh, you do. You good, bro? You good, bro? Oh, there were more than one. I was a bit distracted by that guy ramming his face against the side of that thing. Did not realize there was more than one of them. I really like what they've done with these rooms. No, I don't know that there's been a single one that was the same as the last. Which, you know, that's good. Glad they took the... Because this is the main thing or one of the main things I was concerned about, is that they made it so clear that they were like, the original game is perfect, it's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, we love it to bits, and whatever, and you know, it's reassuring in some ways to hear them say that, because it's like, okay, so you aren't remaking this game because you think it's terrible and needs to be made playable. You're doing it because you want to see a faithful reimagining, like what could be done with modern hardware and with the benefit of hindsight. Not because the original game is like in desperate need of fixing or anything. But at the same time, when you hear that, you do sometimes wonder, so are you gonna make like any changes of any kind? Or is it gonna be exactly the same as the original? Because there are areas in which the original could be improved, and they are, even though, to be clear, there is a lot of things that are worse than they are in the original. I do appreciate and respect all of the things that they're changing for the better.
Okay, let's take care of the next.
All right, this is the other thing I was saving the rocket launcher for. Assuming I don't die by the elites first. Let's pretend that was all part of the master plan the entire time, to grenade launch the ghost closer to me. Let's pretend that was the grand plan. The whole time, that was my master play. Okay, I usually take out the Banshee before I get to this point. Oh god. See the flood was there. Okay. Yeah, nope, let's just run actually. Let's hide out in here. Let's hide out in here and let them come to us. The Banshee can't get me here, I don't think. I will take some rocket ammo though. And some shotgun ammo. Alright. The plan here is to hijack the ghost, assuming the ghost is still around. Which it definitely is. Oh, okay, alright. This plan is backfired, considerably. I would really like that Banshee to cease the means of existence. Okay, it would seem... Oh, no. Every time I see a ghost, I'm like, oh, it looks like they got him. But they did not. Hey. The Banshee actually is flying down here. I think this is... Yeah, okay, that was... It's only a matter of time until that happened. I think my window to hijack it is definitely while it's distracted by the flood over there. Well, unless it comes for me first. Which it seems this time it has. Oh, hey. Where did it go? Oh my god. Really aggressive this time, huh? That was the real reason I wanted to hijack the ghost. Because I knew I was only one hijack away from getting that achievement. I probably would have just blasted it away if it were not for that. Although I will still be using the ghost for this section. Because I usually use the ghost for this section. Maybe not to take out the Wraith. I usually try to take out the Wraith up ahead with the ghost. Just to conserve rocket ammo. Don't know how successful I'll be in this. Oh my god! Hi. How's life? How's it go? Well, I mean, for you, it's not going at all. It's not happening anymore. Wow. Did not expect, I really didn't expect you to follow me all the way down here, but I'm glad you did, I guess. Sure am glad you did. Alright. Let's see how Mr. Wraith... Oh! Nope. Let's try to get out of this little pit area. The goal here is to clear all of these guys out with the ghost. Shade turret's down, that's a good first step. They'll probably reman the shade turret, which is fine because it means it's easier. It's actually easier to kill them when they're in the shade turret because it means they're in a stationary position. Now comes the question of, can I take out the Wraith itself? It's really a matter of how much health the Wraith has. Because obviously, it's theoretically possible to take out anything with a ghost. But if it has too many hit points, it may not be worth the trouble. But I'm feeling good about this. I got a good feeling about this. I got a really good feeling about this. Wait, did I already? Nope. Okay. I thought I might have killed it already because it wasn't shooting at me. I kind of want to stay still and see how long it takes. Wait, is it not? Huh. That was weird. The reason I was moving around so much is because usually in the original game, the Wraith really wants you dead. Like, it really wants to kill you. Oh, is this why? Wait a minute. It's blocked off, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I was wondering why they made it so that you could get back up there in the Solstice control room. But now I guess I know why. It's because they were gonna... That's cool. See, it's all about just... Like, it's not inherently a bad thing to backtrack through previous levels. It just, as long as you make it a different experience. And the original game, at least for the maw and keys, does make it a different experience. Two Betrayals still plays differently because of the introduction of the Flood, but the layout of the level is still the same. But this is the kind of stuff that I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see them do. Just allowing you to engage the levels in a different way altogether. But in the original game, the Wraith is always constantly trying to shoot you down. Like you have to keep moving or else the Wraith mortars will just annihilate you. But it seemed like I legitimately had to stop and check, did I already kill him? Because I wasn't sure, because he wasn't really shooting at me. So I didn't know. Also, it appears there are snipers in this section, which is not great. It appears that they are capable of sniping you out of your vehicle. Thankfully, it seems like it takes more than one shot to do that, unlike in Halo 2, where it's a miracle if you can drive through the sniper section without getting immediately sniped. Let's at least try to kill this guy. I think this is the guy that killed me last time. Now, can I yoink your... Uh-oh, well, maybe not while that... Okay, I was gonna try to yoink his sniper rifle and use it against these guys. Okay, this is not gonna work. I need to get that sniper rifle. I need to get the sniper rifle and then backtrack, because I don't think rushing in, because there were two shade turrets over there. I don't think rushing in is gonna work out. Oh. Okay. Sound was broken for a second there. There was no sound effect coming out of my ghost. Let's try to just blitz through this, make it as hard as possible for them to... Oh, hey! Alright, let's hanker around. Let's hanker down here for a minute. Just very slowly. Where did you drop that sniper? Where did you drop it? Oh, of course you dropped it all the way at the edge of the damn cliff. The hardest possible place for me to get it. Alright. YOLO! Alright, now retreat back to my little hidey hole. Where are those snipers? There's one. Found one. I missed both shots. Nice. Okay, there's one. Shade turret one down. Any more snipers? I think there's at least one more over there, but that one I can take out, I think, in my ghost. Well, I may as well exhaust the beam rifle, because I'm gonna be ditching it for the rocket launcher anyway. I may as well exhaust this, so I don't waste the ammo. And I'll also use some sniper shots against you. Unless I miss. Ah, I knew there was another one. Yeah, I think I really like the way the snipers are implemented. You definitely have to take them seriously. Even though they don't kill you in one shot, you still have to take them seriously, because they can fire, much like Infinite, they fire pretty fast and they're often multiple in the same area. So you can't be careless about it. But you still have ample time to react. So I'm pleased with how the snipers are handled so far. I kind of want to go down there and see what's going on. Instead of just... Oh wait, can I not? No, I can. Yeah, I can go over the lip. I'm supposed to go over there, but I kind of want to take a gander down here and see. I didn't grab my rocket launcher. I didn't retrieve the rocket launcher. What did I did not want to grab the SMG. Is there, by chance, a way for me to climb back over this rock? I think I can do it by just, Yeah, okay. We're good. We chill. We're fine. I would like to apologize for the first half of this video and the audio balancing. My computer ran out of storage space again for recording, and when that happens, it fuses all the elements together into one single file, so I can't adjust the individual sound levels. Sorry about that. Anyway, what I was saying before, I don't know where the recording stopped, but what I was trying to say earlier is, it's such a smart idea to make this into a sniper alley, because like, I never would have even considered it, partially just because I didn't even, for some reason, I didn't realize that, of course, sniper jackals are going to be retroactively added to this game. But this area really is perfectly suited for a sniper gauntlet. That's just such a clever idea to mix up the level design. I like that a lot. And this is probably, you're probably screaming at me the whole time you're watching this LP because it's so hard. Like, I can't even, it's hard to get a grasp on what exactly I'm feeling about this game, but because it's a complicated game. There's a lot of stuff that's really, really good and really, like, there's really, really great changes that are made that makes me wish that they could be retrofitted into the original Combat Evolved, because just I would rather experience that version of this. But then there's other stuff that's just objectively worse in every discernible way, and I'm like, well, why did you do that? Why would you make this choice? There's no, like, and then there's some stuff that just feels unpolished, like, for instance, let me get into a good lighting area so I can kind of show this off. Yeah, here. Just literally teleporting into the back seat. That reeks of being unfinished. And it's part of what makes me think this game was originally supposed to release on the actual 25th anniversary of Halo, and not in the middle of July for some fucking reason. But then they just pushed it up because of Grand Theft Auto 6, which, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I want to get out of the way of what I'm sure is going to be a massively successful game, regardless of how good or bad it is. But my point is, I think that they thought they were going to have more time, and then it turns out they didn't, and that's why it's so unpolished. But I want to like this, because there is so much stuff that I really appreciate, but then there's so much that I'm just like, well, now why'd you do that? Why did you think that'd be a good idea? Anyway, we're back at the hell spot. This is where I got stuck for like an hour in Assault to the Control Room. Well, I say stuck. I think it's partly just because I kept trying to, I wanted to get, I really wanted to test how broken the AI could be. And I will say, you know, it's not a particularly common occurrence that the AI breaks. It does happen. There are definitely times where the AI, clearly, you can get the AI in positions, or you yourself can put yourself in positions that the AI just cannot account for, which doesn't happen in the original game, but does happen in this one. But it's not like a rampant occurrence, right? It's not like you're not going to notice it in just a normal playthrough. Maybe it'll happen once or twice, but it's not an overbearing present issue that makes the game unplayable. It's just something that is kind of strange when it does happen. Hunters are the one thing I'm still kind of unsure about. I keep going. They're the one thing I really can't decide one way or the other how I feel about. I hate their insta-kill attacks. That I just absolutely despise. But I think the key. Oh my God. Okay. Well, hey, at least they don't one-shot kill you when you're in a ghost. That's nice. That's cool. And then perhaps I should simply stop talking. Perhaps. No fucking shot. Really? Nah, fuck that. No, I'm not redoing this entire section. And this, by the way, is why I say this game is incredibly complicated to talk about, because sometimes you'll have a really great sniper section that really enhances the level design of the original, and then you'll get to the next section and the game will say, actually, fuck you, you didn't earn a checkpoint, even though you just cleared out an entire section of the level, you actually didn't earn a checkpoint. That is worse than the original. Even though ostensibly the checkpoint system is better than the original and that it gives you checkpoints more frequently, it's consciously trying to make sure you don't have to redo a lot of that. That almost makes it worse, actually. The fact that the game is clearly trying to make it so that you don't have to redo a preposterous amount of gameplay for no reason. But then that, like, the fact that is your design principle, that is your goal with this game, means the fact that you failed to hit it is even more embarrassing than the original game, where it wasn't trying to be as generous with checkpoints, and so when it happens, it's more consistent. So, yeah, nah, fuck that. If you're not gonna give me a checkpoint for that. Oh, and of course, because this game is the way that it is, when I run through the encounter, it checkpoints me, but when I fight it normally, it doesn't. That's cool. Thank you, Halo Studios, for everything. Alright, let's just do speedrunning tactics now. Just go ahead and fly up in a Banshee. Yeah, if you know anything about me, you know that the #1 fastest way to annoy me, even if I am in a good mood, is to make me redo a stupid amount of gameplay that I already cleared out. So, yeah, the lack of checkpoints for instances like that very much can get on my nerves. Which is why this is such a complicated game to talk about, because you'll be in the middle of praising some really cool level design changes, and then they'll be like, oh, you know that, well, hey, if you like that part of the level so much, you won't have a problem doing it twice, right? You won't have a problem redoing that part of the level 2 times in a row? Surely not. I don't get the way this game's checkpoint system works. I would, however, like to see what's going on in there. I want to check out... No? I rammed my head right into you and you still didn't die? Interesting. Anything interesting going on in here? Ah! They kept the... I was really worried they weren't going to keep this, but they did in fact keep the active camouflage. Because, again, this is one of those things that a lot of players wouldn't think to check out. So I'm glad they, those types of things show me that they know their stuff. They know the original game. They know it inside and out. They clearly spent a lot of time going over the levels with a fine-tooth comb and figuring out what was absolutely essential that couldn't be changed or removed, and where there was room to improve, and okay. They clearly knew what they were doing in that respect. So let's get up. Try to stay away from the shade turrets. Now I can probably take out the shade turrets a little bit easier. I also gotta remember that I can evade in Banshees, because you couldn't evade with a Banshee in the original game. I gotta remind myself that that is a thing I can do in this version. Oh, hey, that's... I don't recall giving you... Oh, shit. Well, alright. Guess we're going infantry style now. Oh, shit. Is that a... I could have sworn yeah, I hear something firing. I think it's a shade turret over here. Is it... There. Yeah, I had a feeling. I had a feeling that guy was trying to shoot at me. Alright, I think it's just this guy that's left. Bye. Is this, what are you? Open door? I assume that opened the door over there, which I guess makes sense, because you previously didn't have to engage in this little tower fight. I always did it because I like to fight all the enemies, but you didn't strictly have to in the original game. So I liked, unless it was talking about this door, maybe? Maybe it was talking about this door. I bet you there's a terminal or something over here. Maybe that door is open by default, but this one is locked behind that. That's actually probably better to give you a little bit of optional things to explore. I'm going to assume this door wasn't, and also because that panel was facing this door, so I logically, I think, can deduce that this door was previously closed and is now unlocked because I did that. Question is... What? Oh my god, what the hell? Fuel rod? Yeah, fuel rod. Okay, it's a fuel rod. Have a grenade. Have a grenade, please. Oh, that was a sword. That was a sword. That was a... Okay. So, I'm going to assume that there is a terminal and this is Oh, this game and its fucking checkpoints. I think what we should do is we should go over here first, because I'm guessing the game will checkpoint me when I go in here because this is an actual story-based objective. So I think we should go do this first. Especially because, like, this is actually story relevant, so I need to be able to clear this part. So I should use all my power weapons here, and then we'll go tackle the bonus area with whatever we have left. Of course, this is assuming the game... Okay, yeah, the game checkpointed me here, as I assumed / hopes that it would.
Same as the last generator. We need to destroy the 3 power conduits.
That was a 3-for-1. I got 2 flood and the power conduit. So far, there are just as many flood in this room as there were last time. But it is easier this time because part of what made the original flood encounter in this part of the level so difficult was the fact that you had to do it all with your shields down because entering the pulse generator drained your shields. Was that all 3 of them? I wasn't counting. Was that all 3? Did I hit all 3? I actually wasn't counting. I got distracted. I know I hit at least 2. That was 1. Oh. Ah. Okay.
That did it.
Yeah, it
pulse
did it.
Generator
Okay.
overloaded. One more to go.
They also, in the original game, sent a new wave of flood at you when you left. I'm assuming that's going to be the case this time as well. Yep, sure is. This is what I was saving all the rockets for, because this battle is brutal in the original game. It was considerably less brutal in this version of the game. Alright, do we bring the rockets or do we bring the fuel rod? If there even is a fuel rod to bring. 7 for that, and 6. Oh, no, sorry, 4 for... Okay, it's better to bring this, because we have 7 shots for this, only 4 shots for this. So we'll hold on to the fuel rod. And if it didn't despawn the one out here, I might be able to get even more ammo for it.
I've located the Pillar of Autumn. She put down 1,200 kilometers upspin. Energy readings show her fusion reactors are still powered up. The systems on the Pillar of Autumn have failsafes even I can't override without authorization from the captain. The code is stored in his neural implants. We'll need to find him to start the fusion core detonation.
Okay, let's try this again. The vibe I got from the 2 seconds I spent in this room before I exploded in a fiery inferno is that this is, like, supposed to be the ultimate challenge room. Like, if you can survive this gauntlet of hell, which, holy shit! Gauntlet of hell indeed. If you can survive the gauntlet of hell, you'll be rewarded with, I assume it's just gonna be a terminal or a skull. But that's fine. It's fine putting just a terminal or a skull behind a difficult challenge like that. That's something that Infinite does, and even the original games do that a little bit. It's better than what Halo 2 did, which is just, hey, climb outside the map, and you have a 1 in 7 chance of maybe the skull will spawn, maybe it won't, and if you don't, you have to revert to a checkpoint until it eventually spawns in. Okay. Well, let's get out of that corner. Going right was not working out too well for us. Let's go left this time. Okay, we appear to have found a safe space to hide. I hear that. Oh no! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and borrow this for a minute so I can save my shotgun ammo for the next section. And... oh, hey! Oh no, there's another one. Holy shit, there's another one. There were 2 sword elites. I saw... ah, shit! Oh my god, there's literally nowhere to hide. Okay. Hey, buddy. Got you taken out. Is it just grunts with fuel rods now? Because if that's the case, then I can just use my fuel rod ammo, since, you know, I can restock it with the fuel rods I gained from killing you. Whoop! Surprise! Oh, I love doing that. I love jumping through the glass to surprise an enemy that they didn't know I was coming. Alright, now why did we do all that? What's in here that is worth all the trouble? Maybe the door on the other side opened? Because there was a door on the other side here that was... okay, this is available now. I was legitimately like, wait a minute, is there just nothing? Oh shit, carrier form! Now I'm starting to wonder what is... okay, so where my head's at right now, there's 2 possibilities for what's going on right now. Either this is an alternate way through the level to circumvent having to go through the tunnels below, which would be cool, or it's all an elaborate just... or it's what I thought the first time, which is it's just a series of challenge rooms gatekeeping a skull or a terminal. I think both would be fine. Although I am kind of... because I thought... I figure if it was a skull or a terminal, it would have just been the 1 room and then that'd be it. The fact that it's still going gives me pause. That's interesting way for an energy sword to fall. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize you had rockets. Okay, let's find a weapon I can use to take these guys out. Surely someone had something. No? Nothing? Okay, I guess I'll just melee them all. Oh, hey. Rude. Rude. R-U-D-E, rude. I did not give you permission to start chomping away on my health. Alright, what was all this for? Oh, actually, is it just... Okay, hold on, let me not die. I didn't see if I got a checkpoint or not. Oh my god, holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, this is... Uh-oh. Okay. I did not realize there was going to be another tank form around that corner. Where was the checkpoint? Okay, good checkpoint. So, there is a possibility number 3 I hadn't considered. Maybe it is literally nothing, it doesn't lead anywhere, but it is just a one-to-one recreation. Because they made changes to the base level in the... For the main campaign, they made changes to that one room that gets repeated over and over again. But the room I turned into here, I think is, at least at first glance, I think this might be just the room. Or at least... a more accurate recreation of the room from the original game. So it could be as simple as just, hey, here's the original room for the Die-Hard fans. That could also be what this is. Literally just here's the original room for you to have fun in. That could be it too. I'm actually not sure where this is going, but no matter what it is, I'm intrigued. Because well, I don't know. I mean, if it is literally just a recreation of the classic rooms with no further payoff, that would probably be a little lame. Like, there's got to be something. There's got to be something waiting for me at the end of this tunnel. I'm just waiting to see what exactly that is. But step 1 is figuring out how the hell to survive this gauntlet, because each room so far has been more grueling than the last. Hi. Hi. Stay away. Stay the fuck away from me. Still no? Are you... Alright, there. I think the key to using this... Oh my god! Have a grenade. Did that do anything? Oh my... I should have grabbed the shotgun. Oh, hey, this'll work. This'll do. Would you like the... Oh. The key to using the sword against him is just to wait for him to melee, because he has to recharge. He has to recharge up his swing when he goes for the melee. Alright, we can do this. I have complete and utter faith in our ability to do this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave the rocket launcher right here. Ignore the textures Unreal Engine 5ing out on me. We're gonna leave that right there so we can quickly pick it up. Because I want to save that exclusively for use against... Uh-oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. That wasn't part of the plan. That wasn't part of the grand plan. That was not part of the grand plan. Okay, who's next? Time to retreat. As soon as my shield goes down, we gotta retreat. What the I think what happened there is the door closed on the combat form and it pressure launched him to the other side. Hi. Give me this. Did he make it to the other side? He did. Oh, I missed. Is he still alive? No, he's not. Okay. So we use the rockets to kill one of them. We're gonna use the fuel rod to kill the other guy. We're gonna keep the sword handy so that I can use it on a moment's notice if he after he melees, and I'm gonna use the shotgun for if he's at moderate distance away. You all come to me now. Come on. Don't want to fly too close to the sun. Definitely don't want to fly too close to the sun. Uh-oh. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Oh, is he? Oh, shit. He's unleashing. I didn't realize he could do that. He's unleashing infection forms out of him. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I did not. That's cool and creepy and weird, and I love it. Don't run away now. Ah, you coward. Thought you could run away from me, huh? That's not on my watch. Not on my watch. Okay, I think I've had enough fun with the sword. I think we need to go shotgun mode for here. Get some more reliable shots in there. And did we win? Oh, you no fucking shot. There's 3. Well, actually, this guy appears to be struggling a bit, or at least he was, or he was. Now, don't tell me there's 4. Better not be 4. Okay, are we finally free? Is that a skull? Okay. I had a feeling that was the obvious thing this was all probably building to. But I guess it ended up being 2 of them at once, right? You get a more classic design of the room, and you get to go get a skull. I'm glad I found that out. I'm glad I did this one on Heroic and not Legendary, because I don't want to know what that fight would be like on Legendary. But that was awesome. This is the kind of stuff that I wish they did in Rehydrated. Which I know sounds like maybe a strange comparison to make, but this is kind of what I was expecting them to do for that game, was add some extra platforming bits, maybe some cut content. They didn't really do that. It was pretty much just one-to-one with the original, which is fine because the original's great, but I was hoping they'd add a little bit more new stuff for veteran fans, and that's what they're doing here. They're not subtracting from the level design, except in areas where repetition arguably necessitates or at least encourages the act of truncating and subtracting to a certain degree. But most of their level design changes are additive instead of subtractive, and that is very much to the benefit of the game overall. Now this tunnel might be a pain, because in the original game, this is one of the hardest fights in the campaign. Also, I love the reverb effects on the Banshee firing, because we're in the cave. It's one of those cool details I wouldn't have thought to add, but I'm glad they did. Also, those rocket launcher flood down there are the main reason why this fight is such a pain in the ass. So I'm trying to be very cautious about moving through here. Are we good? We chill? There's usually more at the bottom here. I think we might actually be good. Well, alright. That went so much smoother than I thought it was going to. Gimme. Now, is this door gonna open all the way? No. Okay, good. It was part of the original game's design that door doesn't open all the way. And it forces you to go on foot here. Or, well, forces you apart from the fact that you can glitch the ghosts through the door if you really want to. But at least it was intended to be an on-foot section. Pure forms, I like the tank forms as a mini-boss, but I think they might have a little too much health. I think they're a little bit too much of a bullet sponge, especially since we are only on Heroic. I shudder to think of what they're going to be like on Legendary. Alright, friends. I see a rocket launcher guy on my left. Let's kill you first and foremost. And then... Oh, no! Uh-oh. This might be death. Might be death. Nope. Nope. We're too good. We're too good at the game. We cannot be stopped. You are not going to revive him. No, no, the fuck you are not. No, you are not. Don't even think about it. Nice try. Gonna have to try a little harder than that. Pull one over on me. The game really just feels so good to play. Like, ignoring some of the difficulty balancing changes, fundamentally they have, and I said this before, I'm probably just saying it ad nauseum at this point, but they really have absolutely nailed the core. The core Halo gameplay loop has been refined to a T for Unreal Engine 5. Which a lot of people were rightfully concerned with, because it's not, Halo has such a specific feel to its gameplay that it can't just be, you can't just drag and drop a first-person shooter preset, prefab into Unreal Engine 5. It has, there are so many nuances and little ticks to how the game plays that you can't, people were concerned it wasn't going to feel like Halo in Unreal Engine 5, but it does. It very much does, and that I think more than anything else is what I'm really happy to see. Is that it feels like a Halo game. It plays like a Halo game. And there's nothing in the game so far that's really the cutscenes. The cutscenes I think are the biggest epitome of my frustrations with this game, because they're at once much more stylish than the original and way more dynamic in their blocking, but also way more bloated and laborious to get through, and oftentimes miss the original intent of a scene. But then some are really good. Like the Pillar of Autumn stuff was really good. The Guilty Spark stuff was really good. Oh my lord. That was less than good. Didn't see that guy coming at all. This is why I say my thoughts on this game are all over the place. But I am enjoying it. I think, unless the game, like, royally shits itself on these last few missions, I think my conclusion is probably going to be that I would still recommend this game. But I would only recommend it to people who've already played the original. Like, I would never... I don't know how people feel about the example I'm going to mention, so take this with a grain of salt to anyone who feels more passionately about this than I do. And also, I haven't actually played the original, so I wouldn't know for sure. But from what I can tell, Ocarina of Time 3D seems like one of those games where you could recommend it to someone as their first experience with Ocarina of Time. Like, I don't... At least... Judging from what I can tell, Zelda fans don't seem too keen. I mean, I'm sure there's some diehard purists, but they seem more lenient on people experiencing that game through the 3DS remake, as opposed to through the original Nintendo 64 version. Like that is a game that can be faithfully experienced through the remake for a first timer. Whereas with this, like, the original Combat Evolved experience is not intact. There are enough changes here to where I would never want this to be someone's first time playing Halo, which is kind of a problem because for a huge swath of people, it will be their first time playing Halo because it's on PS5, which is still kind of crazy to think about. And yeah, I don't think this game works really well as someone's... Why do I hear Banshee sound effects? But don't see a Banshee? Is it stuck somewhere? Oh, it is. What the fuck are you doing? See, and this is what I mean when I say the AI shits itself sometimes. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Whatever, man. You do you. I don't think I'd recommend this to someone as their first time playing the game, but I think I will probably end up recommending this as, like, for veteran Halo fans, just as an, oh my god! No. No. Bad Flood. I could recommend this to someone who's already played Combat Evolved and just is looking for a new way to experience the original levels with a fresh perspective, more high-def visuals. For that purpose, which which was all I was really looking to get out of this game. I think it mostly works. But also, at the same time, for newcomers, I'm not upset. Like, it is disappointing that this is going to be their first time experiencing this campaign, but it's not such an offensive desecration that I'm mad. Like, I would be kind of upset if someone's first time playing, or first time watching The Lion King, for instance, was the 2019. Like, if someone had never seen The Lion King before, but their parents showed them the 2019 version as their introduction to that story, that would be, like, actually a crime. I would hate that. This I don't feel the same way on. I think it is... It does feel respectful for the most part. Even if there's some changes I don't agree with, I don't feel bitter contempt for the original emanating from this in any capacity. So it's not like, it's more disappointing than it is frustrating that someone could experience this for the first time. But I don't think anyone would come away from this being like, oh wow, I never want to touch Halo again, because it is still mostly intact. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I'm just kind of spewing out a stream of consciousness right now. Also, I would like to see, there should be a sniper in this cave. At least there was in the original. Is there a sniper? There's more rocket ammo, but I don't need rocket ammo. I would like a sniper rifle, though. It would appear there is no sniper rifle. Well, maybe I won't need one, because the main reason why I have a why I want to take a sniper rifle into this next section is to rocket snipe the Flood, or the Wraith, which, if you don't know, is the act of zooming in with a sniper rifle, so you get you line up your cursor as precisely as possible, then switch to the rocket launcher and fire, so it goes exactly where you want it to go from a longer range. But I don't think I'm gonna need that, because this rocket launcher has lock-on capabilities, so I don't think I'll need to rocket snipe the Wraith. I also like that they made this easier to get a ghost into. Alright, let's let the Flood go up and fight, because when that music plays, it means the Flood are into the area. Can I lock on to one of the Wraiths from all the way over here? I can. There's one. Come on. Did that not get it? It did not get it, but surely it's got to be low enough. No? Surely that one will do it. Still no. Are we sure? Are we absolutely sure? I think it's just missing. I think it's just not hitting. It keeps getting pulled onto the rocks instead. Surely that's gotta do it. Finally, okay. That was cool. That was nice. The Wraith gave me one last gift before it moved on to another life. It took out one of its elite friends for me. Now let's see if we can get the other one. 1, 2. That's not gonna kill it, but it'll at least do some damage. All right, now let's go back to my ghost. If I can make it there without dying. I at least took out one of the Wraiths. And I got 2 rocket shots on the other one. Oh wait, I could just go back for more ammo. I could just go back to this cave and get more rocket ammo. That way I at least have one weapon that's stocked up on ammo, because my shotgun is very close to running out altogether. And unfortunately, the sniper and pistol stuff not here anymore. So we'll have to make do. See if we can yoink one of the plasma rifles off an elite or something. Ideally, though, we won't need to do it at all. My plan here is going to be to stick to the right side, because I can get a cleaner shot on the Wraith from the right side. And then I should hopefully be able to take out the rest of the enemies in the ghost. Did that do it? I think so. Let me toss. Oh, those might have been wastes, but oh, hey. Uh-oh. I'm gonna yoink your plasma pistol. I saw an elite over here. Can I kill this elite real quick and take his plasma rifle? No, he ran away. Alright. Looks like we're gonna have to rely on the plasma pistol if this ghost strat doesn't work out. Because there are hunters over there. Hunters can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Is that a hunter? No, that's an elite. Just trying to splatter these guys. I got 2 of them. Oh no. Okay, the goal is to stay as... What the fuck? Oh, he was probably invisible. I just saw an elite disappear in front of my eyes. I assume that's because he has active camo and not because he literally disappeared from the game world. That would be a bit strange if that was what happened there. But there are invisible elites in the section. At least there were in the original game, so I'm going to assume that that's what happened here. Also, I think this is the hardest fight in the game in the original Combat Evolved. Either this or the 10 Spec Ops elites and keys. So, I am a little nervous about... Uh-oh. Oh, shit. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That is so not good. Oh, my God. Holy shit, I can't believe we're still alive. Cannot believe we're still alive. Okay, there's one hunter over there. Is there another one over here? Or are we good to chill in this area for a bit? Okay, I think we're going to chill in this area for a little bit. Is it just... Okay, someone got in the shade turret again. Yeah, there's... So it was invisible elites that I saw before. Jackals. Is he going kamikaze? Yes, he is. Or is it just the hunter that's left? I think it's just the hunter that's left. If it's just the hunter that's left, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a beeline for the Banshee and take the fight to you from the air. Because I don't trust the ghost to survive, and I don't trust my weapons. And we got a checkpoint. That wasn't even part of the reason why I did that, but it certainly can be now, getting a checkpoint when I get in the Banshee. Also, I think I killed the other hunter with those rockets and didn't even realize it, because the hunters never come by themselves. They always come in pairs. So I must have killed one and not even realized it. Well, that was infinitely easier than it was in the original game. That was so much easier than in Combat Evolved. Oh. Well, that was 2 Betrayals. Or at least I think it should be 2 Betrayals. We'll see what happens, but that should be the last encounter. There's gonna be a couple sentinels here, but they're just sentinels. Nothing to be concerned about. I say that, but wouldn't it be really funny if I died to them? If after all, if I survived all that, but died to the damn sentinels? Nope, not today. Not today. Oh, I'll take a sentinel beam. Not sure why they're giving me rockets here, because the end of the level is literally just excuse you. The end of the level is literally just inside here. I mean, maybe they added another encounter here, I'm not sure. But in the original game, it was literally just walk in, activate the thing, and then you're done.
Let's take care of the final pulse generator.
And I shouldn't need anything other than the sentinel beam to take out these guys. Especially since they're gonna keep giving me new sentinel beams. Actually, let's just rocket these guys, because it's the end of the mission. There's no reason. Oh my lord. There's nothing else to conserve ammo for. So I may as well just go guns blazing. And that should be it.
Target neutralized. Let's get out of here.
Let's find a ride and get to the captain.
No, that'll take too long.
You have a better idea?
There's a teleportation grid that runs throughout Halo. That's how the monitor moves about so quickly. I learned how to tap into the grid when I was in the control center. Fortunately, each jump requires a rather consequential expenditure of energy.
Something tells me I'm not gonna like this.
I'm pretty sure I can pull it from your suit without permanently damaging
Okay, so they didn't change that.
to say, I think
That's
you
still
should
just
tell
as
me
dumb as it was in the original game. Just pull energy from your suit to teleport across the... Alright. Yeah, I mean... I guess that would require more consequential changes to make that not intensely stupid, but... Oh well. Yeah, all in all, that was still a much, much better version. Well, okay, maybe not much, much better.
Their leadership
But that
ordered
was
all
definitely a
ships
better
to
version of Two
abandon Halo when
Betrayals.
They found the flood, but they were too late. The flood overwhelmed this cruiser and disabled it. The Covenant are terrified the flood will repair this ship and use it to escape from Halo. They've sent in a strike team to neutralize the flood and repair the ship for immediate departure. I've got a lock on Captain Key's CNI transponder signal. He's alive and the implants are intact. There's some interference from the cruiser's damaged reactor.
Please be upside down. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if they're gonna keep that because it kind of clashes with the hyperrealism, but
The
I'm glad they
coordinate data
did.
needs to be... Right. Sorry.
Okay, and we'll leave things there. I am really excited to see what they do with the remaining two levels now that I've seen what they've done for the Two Betrayals, because that was definitely an improvement over the original. Which I guess it makes sense. I guess this makes sense because Combat Evolved's kind of a masterpiece. The first half especially is so neatly refined that there's very little you can do to improve those levels. So it makes, and they did find some ways to improve, but they also found some ways to make them worse. So it makes sense that I was inevitably going to be disappointed by the way in which those were remade. But the second half, there were so many ways that you could make it better, and they have capitalized on almost every one of them. So I'm feeling really good about this right now. I'm feeling pretty great. Well, like I was pretty done with the game after Assault of the Control Room, but I'm feeling back up. I'm getting back up to where I was at with the, honestly. And the other thing is, I think part of it might just be that I was so intensely sleep deprived that I was just not in the mood for really anything, and that's on me. But there are still something like the sword guy going out of his way. I don't know if I would have found that as funny if I wasn't operating on 3 hours of sleep, but that is still stupid as fuck that he just was going out of his way. I haven't even checked the recording yet. It's possible I just hallucinated that whole thing because it was so stupid. I'm like, did that really happen? Did a sword guy really routinely and consistently chase me down and then give up halfway through again and again and again and then run right past me to go outside instead? Did that happen? Did that actually happen? I don't know. Anyway, that'll be for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more Halo Campaign Evolved. Goodbye.